Liverpool could be set for a major transfer decision, as reports suggest the club are willing to entertain a staggering nine-figure offer for one of their biggest stars. With speculation surrounding several key players and growing interest from abroad, the Reds' hierarchy appear ready to weigh up a potential deal that could reshape Arne Slot's plans for the future. The prospect of such a huge transfer has sent shockwaves through supporters, raising serious questions about what comes next for Liverpool's long-term ambitions. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Virgil van Dijk insists Liverpool aren't ready to give up on the Premier League title despite Sunday's 3-0 defeat at Man City. The Reds slumped to a 5th defeat in 6 Premier League games at the Etihad as goals from Erling Haaland, Nico Gonzalez and Jeremy Doku secured a vital win for City on Pep Guardiola's 1000th game in management. After suffering a 4th consecutive away defeat for the first time since April 2012, the result leaves Liverpool 8 points behind Arsenal. But Van Dijk is refusing to give up on the Premier League title and insists his side are ready for a long season and a big fight when they return to action after the November international break. It's about finding consistency and carrying on, Van Dijk told Sky Sports. Now we go to our countries, stay fit and be ready for a big run after. We are not going to give up whatsoever. We're in November and we are ready for a long season and a big fight. The afternoon could have played out differently if Van Dijk's header 7 minutes before half-time hadn't been ruled out for offside. The Dutchman thought he had drawn Liverpool level when he headed past Gianluigi Donnarumma after connecting with Mohamed Salah's corner, but the effort was quickly ruled out, with Andy Robertson standing in an offside position and deemed to have made an obvious action in front of Donnarumma. He, however, refused to be drawn on whether his header should have been allowed to stand, instead insisting the result was a big blow for the Premier League champions. In football, the officials are deciding the key decisions and we have to deal with it on the pitch, added Van Dijk. There is no point discussing this from my point of view. The reality is that we lost 3-0 and that is a big blow. It doesn't matter what I say about the goal because anything I say will be in the media and the whole international break will be about my comment on the decision. I just focus on the fact we lost. You guys can debate if it should have stood. The first half was difficult and they were much more comfortable on the ball and it was difficult for our guys to put pressure on them. I don't think there was a lot of danger, but Doku had a good game and it was difficult for Connor Bradley in the one-on-one at times. I don't think we were much in trouble, but we could have done better. We had to dig deep in the second half. We got more momentum in possession, but out-pressing wasn't good enough. Liverpool aren't in action until November 22nd, when they take on Nottingham Forest at Anfield. Now, Mohamed Salah's Liverpool future is once again under scrutiny, with fresh reports suggesting that the Egyptian superstar could finally make the long-anticipated move to Saudi Arabia next summer. Despite penning a new deal with the Reds earlier this year, the 33-year-old's name continues to be linked with the sensational switch to the Saudi Pro League, and the speculation is showing no sign of slowing down. Earlier in 2025, there were extraordinary claims that Salah had been offered a minority stake in Al Hilal as part of a proposed transfer to the Middle East. Those rumours were quickly quashed when he signed a 2-year contract extension at Anfield in April, tying him to Liverpool until June 2027. Yet, while the ink on that deal has barely dried, reports now indicate that a staggering offer, worth £150 million per year, remains on the table for the winger to move to Saudi Arabia. The renewed talk comes at a time when Salah's form has dipped below his usual elite standards. Arne Slot's side have been inconsistent in recent weeks, and the Liverpool manager is said to be concerned about the Egyptian's performances. After scoring just 5 goals and providing 3 assists in 16 appearances this season, Salah's influence has waned compared to his typically prolific output. It's a far cry from his remarkable 2023/24 campaign, when he racked up 34 goals and 23 assists in 52 appearances across all competitions. Financial expert Stefan Borsson has shared his thoughts on Salah's situation, suggesting that while the reported salary figures may be exaggerated, a move to Saudi Arabia remains entirely plausible. I doubt that the numbers are £150 million, but they may be very big, Borsson explained. As a player, presumably the most famous in the Middle East, you'd think he's the prime signing for Saudi, so you can definitely see it happening. I just don't see why they'd need to pay him £150 million. The deal could be done at a much lower value. Borsson went on to outline how Salah's current dip in form could play a key role in shaping Liverpool's decision-making ahead of next summer. If he does have a poor season, Liverpool will certainly be willing to let him go for a much lower fee than historically to save the wages if nothing else. And if he'd want to go, you can make the deal happen. Interestingly, Borsson believes the potential transfer is not necessarily dependent on whether Salah regains his form. I don't think people would leave a firm deal on the table, but it's the sort of move that can be done for the summer, he said. To be honest, it can probably happen even if he recovers his form, because when you get a glimpse of what it looks like when he's not performing, that could well be the trigger for Liverpool to go, well, we thought we might sell him this summer anyway. And sure enough, we will do. So I could definitely see that. Liverpool's hierarchy are said to be keeping a close eye on how the situation develops. While Salah remains a fan favourite and one of the club's greatest ever forwards, the Reds are entering a new era under Arne Slot. And there is a growing sense that the team must begin to plan for life after their talisman. The Saudis, meanwhile, remain desperate to add global icons to their domestic league and see Salah as a marquee figure who could further elevate the competition's global reach. For now, Salah's focus will remain on rediscovering his sharpness and helping Liverpool return to form in what has been an uneven campaign so far. But with the Saudi offer reportedly still standing and the player's long-term future uncertain, the next few months could prove decisive in determining whether his glittering Anfield career enters its final chapter. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.